What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. So as we know, Kevin Durant requested a trade from the Brooklyn Nets, and his favorite spot is the Phoenix Suns. Obviously, nothing has happened yet. Nothing has become official, but I'm sick of waiting. Just like we did a Kyrie Irving Lakers rebuild, today we're going to be doing a Kevin Durant Phoenix Suns rebuild. Before we get into today's video, though, guys, make sure you guys drop a like on this one. Of course, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Always greatly appreciate the support you guys show. Is always amazing, so thank you guys so much for that. So let's go ahead and talk about the three-team trade that I did in order to get Kevin Durant on the Brooklyn Nets and or on the Phoenix Suns, I should say. But before we show it, I will say that I have no idea. None of us know what a Kevin Durant trade looks like. Obviously, it has not happened yet. Honestly, I don't think this trade is good enough, but we're just doing it in 2K today for entertainment purposes. So before you slam on your little keyboard and get all mad at me, just it's okay. It's just a video. All right, so regardless, transaction report, this is what we did. So basically, we have DeAndre Ayton to the Pacers. We have Mikal Bridges to the Nets. So this is a three-team trade, by the way. So DeAndre Ayton signed a trade to the Pacers. Mikal Bridges to the Nets. Cameron Johnson to the Nets. And then first-round pick to the Nets. First-round pick to the Nets. And then first-round pick to the Nets. And then Miles Turner to the Suns. So we get a center to replace DeAndre Ayton. And then Buddy Hield is headed to the Nets. So basically, the Nets get three players that can shoot threes around Ben Simmons, that fit perfectly around Ben Simmons. I kind of debated whether or not Miles Turner should be routed to the Nets as well. But since we do need a center, and there's always been the rumor of Kevin Durant, or not Kevin Durant, Miles Turner to the Suns for like a DeAndre Ayton sign and trade type thing. And of course, so we walk away with Kevin Durant and Miles Turner. So we have to feel pretty good about that. So the Nets pretty much walk away with three guys and then as many first round picks as I could throw in there. So three guys that can shoot threes. But again, I don't even think this trade is good enough, but we're literally just doing this today for entertainment purposes. So now we have Kevin Durant, Chris Paul, Devin Booker, and Miles Turner to kind of replace DeAndre Ayton. So yeah, I feel like Miles Turner maybe should have been rerouted to the Nets, and then maybe that's a more fair trade because then you have like four guys around Ben Simmons that could shoot the ball, and that would make a lot more sense for Brooklyn. But now Brooklyn has kind of an interesting roster of like, well, they need to trade Kyrie as well, but they have Ben Simmons, Mikal Bridges, Seth Curry still there, Claxton, they got Buddy Hield as well, so another guy. So yeah, they definitely have a pretty nice roster over there in Brooklyn, a team that could compete. So I don't know once you trade Kyrie Irving though, so I guess your best player would really be Ben Simmons, and yeah, I don't know how well that goes for you, but you do have some like players that could be used in some trades. But I kind of want to trade Kyrie Irving for them as well. So let me go ahead and trade Kyrie Irving for them. That way we kind of have like a full Brooklyn. Not that it matters, but you know, if Kevin Durant's traded, you presume Kyrie Irving would be as well. So let me trade Kyrie Irving for them. And then we can get into this rebuild with the Phoenix Suns and Kevin Durant and then Miles Turner being here as well next to Devin Booker and Chris Paul. This is super exciting. And just like that, Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant are no longer in the Nets. So I did a three-team trade with the Spurs since that's been kind of a rumor. So Kyrie Irving sent it to the Lakers, obviously. Russell Westbrook to the Spurs. They'd probably buy him out. The Spurs get a first-round pick for doing it. They also dump off Doug McDermott's contract to the Lakers, and the THC is headed to Brooklyn. So pretty interesting trade there as well. I feel like that one's kind of fair. I mean, if Kyrie Irving is really going to go to the Lakers and that's the only team that's bidding on him, then it looks like that might be the best value the Nets can get, but we'll see in real life if that even happens. So now, take a look at the Nets roster without Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant. Ben Simmons is your best player, but again, you have a lot of guys around the roster that can maybe shoot a little bit. So I don't know how well you are going to be off with Ben Simmons as your best player, which is why I don't think Kevin Durant will be traded, because obviously the Nets are looking for stuff way better than what I just gave them. But regardless, you still have an interesting roster there, but that doesn't matter. We're not worried about the Suns or the Nets. We're worried about our Suns team with Kevin Durant on the roster now here in Phoenix. So Kevin Durant, Chris Paul, and Devin Booker. I will just be the first to say I do not want to see this happen in real life. I really don't. The Suns be the clear favorites. I mean, the Warriors definitely could give them a run for their money, but I feel like there'd be a lot of teams that don't have a chance if Kevin Durant's in Phoenix. So I really hope this does not happen, and I really hope Kevin Durant stays in the East regardless. But let's go ahead and see what our roster looks like now. So it's Chris Paul, Cameron Payne, you have Devin Booker and Landry Shamet, Torrey Craig, Josh Okogie, then you have Kevin Durant, Jay Crowder, and then Miles Turner kind of replaced, obviously, DeAndre Ayton. So I don't know if we should have got Miles Turner. Like I said, maybe Miles Turner should have been rerouted to Brooklyn. Maybe that would have been better for them, but regardless, I have him. So I'm going to move Jay Crowder or KD to small forward, clearly, because I don't really want to start Okogie or Craig, to be honest with you. So we'll probably move, I mean, either way, it doesn't matter. Kevin Durant goes up. So we move Kevin Durant to small forward, and then we can probably move one of these guys to the 4, to be honest with you. Maybe Torrey Craig moves to the backup 4. Or you can move Sarge to the backup power forward, something like that. Maybe we do that. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. Yeah, he goes up. Why not? We'll do that. So, yeah, we kind of have a full rotation now with Kevin Durant, Miles Turner, Devin Booker. So let's see what the play regression is like. We got Chris Paul going down 2 overall, which makes sense. So last time I had Chris Paul on my roster, I choked, which is when I traded for him in the Timberwolves rebuild, and people told me, you know, you lost because you traded for Chris Paul. Man, the hate for Chris Paul is crazy, but I guess I can kind of understand it since he has had a lot of chances and it never seems to work out for him, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if it stops us today. So looking at the rotation this year with Monty Williams as the head coach, your starting 5 is Chris Paul, Devin Booker, I almost said John Morant. I don't know why. Kevin Durant, Dario Saric, Miles Turner, Cameron Payne, Jay Crowder, Josh Okogie, and Landry Shamet. So honestly, I am going to go ahead and still start Jay Crowder for his defensive purposes and then have Saric come off the bench. Regardless, I mean, it doesn't matter too much. I just want to go ahead and do that. So that is going to be your rotation in Phoenix. So I don't know how well we're supposed to be. We're a 4.5 pace and space roster. So I assume this team will be pretty damn good. 4.5 balance. I mean, we really don't have to do too much. This team should be very, very good. So shot tendencies, we got, there we go. So Devin Booker, Chris Paul are high up. Devin Booker and Kevin Durant are high up. And Miles Turner probably boosted up maybe a little bit to like a 62-ish, 65. And Chris Paul maybe like a 76-ish. But other than that, I'm ready to go. Let's go ahead and simulate this first season. I've done enough talking. Let's see what a Kevin Durant Phoenix Suns season looks like, and let's see how good we are, and let's see if we just easily walk away with the championship this year, or is somebody going to eliminate us in round 1, or are we going to get like 8 seeded or something. Let's see. So the first season, while I'm wearing my Phoenix Suns shirt, by the way, today, Luka Doncic wins MVP, Chet wins Rookie of the Year, Drummond 6-man, Giannis Defensive Player, Halliburton Most Improved, Willie Green is your Coach of the Year, Alexander Pennell is your Executive. You might find the results very surprising because, trust me, I'm surprised as well, as Kevin Durant makes an All-NBA first team. So this becomes even more shocking once we look at the results, as we aren't even in the play-in tournament, bro. We got the 13th seed in the West. 2K saw Chris Paul, Devin Booker, and Kevin Durant as teammates and said, nah, man, that ain't good enough. 38 and 44 on the season, and we do not even make the playoffs. That is crazy. That is crazy that this team does not even get in the postseason, man. Wow, I am shocked that that is the case. And 2K was not a big fan of this roster. So we got some work to do, I guess. I guess we have some work to do. Wow, I'm surprised. Kevin Durant, let's go look at the stats. I mean, Kevin Durant and Devin Booker definitely, I mean, I feel like we got to treat Chris Paul. That's the problem, isn't it? We had 28 from Kevin Durant, 23 from Devin Booker, and this team doesn't even taste the playoffs. That is crazy. 14 and 9. So far, Brooklyn is big vibing because they're going to have our first round pick and it's in the lottery this year. So Brooklyn is just ecstatic right now. Regardless, we got the Pelicans going on to beat the Cavaliers. So shout out to the Pelicans. All right, player time. So I got to make sure Chris Paul doesn't retire because I'm trading you for sure. I need your trade value, even though it may not be there, but I still need it. So other than that, any other Phoenix Suns retiring? No, I think we're good. So let's head straight to, well, I mean, yeah, let's head to the draft lottery. So let's go see where our pick's going to land. If it's like a top 5 pick, that's crazy, man. We got, it's top 7. Let's see if it gets like number 1 or something crazy. And they got the 3rd overall pick for Kevin Durant. So, man, the trade was good for them. 3rd overall pick, almost won the Victor Wembanyama sweepstakes for crying out loud for trading away Kevin Durant. That is insane. Wow. Okay. Well, we got some work to do because we didn't even taste the playoffs year number 1, which is insane that this team did not taste it. So we got to figure out how to fix that because that is not right at all. So we're going to offer a perimeter defensive coach, and then we'll get David Yeager maybe in Phoenix. We signed both of them. We signed one of them. And perimeter defensive coach, we go with anybody available here. We can get Cardinal. Welcome to the team, Cardinal, if you accept, and you do. Boom. Got him. All right. To the draft we go. We got to make a trade because that was not good enough. Now, as much as I don't really want to trade Chris Paul, I'm going to because I got to do something. And what we just did not work. So Chris Paul, you are literally the first to go. I'm sorry. So Chris Paul for what else we got? We got Terry Rozier, Vanderbilt, and a 1st round pick. You got Mitchell Robinson and Evan Fournier, Max Christie, Doug McDermott, Jonathan Isaac. Oh, I kind of like the idea of Jonathan Isaac. We trade away at first, get Jonathan Isaac and Gary Harris. Buddy Hield, Cameron Johnson. We could send Chris Paul to Brooklyn, or we could send him to the New Orleans Pelicans, who are looking to, I don't know, would that open up like a bunch of cap room for us? I doubt it would, to be honest with you, but I'll take a real quick look if that is the case. So finances, salary cap, we're negative $89 million. So yeah, that's probably not open up. Well, yeah, because Miles Turner is about to get a big payday. Unless if he already is. Wait, how did he get $27 million? I have no idea. That is weird. Okay, well, I didn't give him that. Maybe the CPU did. Yeah, so trading Chris Paul and dumping his money is not going to help us. We need to get a player in return. So, never mind. Not going to do that Pelicans trade. So, we got DeLon Wright, Nurkic, Jordan McLaughlin, Lou Dort, Jay Sean Tate, Chris Boucher, Bagley. My favorite one by far is getting Jonathan Isaac from the Magic. He would probably just help out a lot on the defensive end because his team did not make the playoffs. So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and do this, and we'll replace one of our starting forwards. We get Gary Harris out of it as well, which we could use his expiring contract to make a trade. So, Chris Paul on first for Jonathan Isaac. Sign me up. We're doing that, and we're going to have Jonathan Isaac kind of probably as our new starting power forward, to be honest with you, and not have to rely on Jay Crowder. So, draft night, I doubt we have a pick, but I'll take a look just in case. We have a second round pick, so that might come in handy. Let's see if we can get in the second round early. Number 8, what do we got? So we got Trace Jackson Davis. We got Alan Flanagan. So I'll go ahead and take Alan Flanagan here with my second round pick and welcome him to Phoenix. So we're going to have a 74 overall. Join us. Player options, Cameron Payne, I'm going to accept. Qualifying offers, Jock Landale. I'm not worried about any of these 3 guys. If they come back, sure. If they don't, no big deal. So bird rights, we got Miles Turner, who we do want back. Okay, so I guess he's not making 27 million. I don't know why it said that. So maybe that's just how the financial breakdown is when that's just kind of a thing. So if we take a look now, salary cap breakdown. So maybe trading Chris Paul actually would have freed us up some money. That's kind of unfortunate. So we could have had about, what is it? Well, we have to resign Miles Turner, so I don't know how much money we really would have had. But all right, so we got to figure out how to get better, obviously, because we got Jonathan Isaac, but right now we don't even have a point guard. So Cameron Payne is our point guard, which I don't like. Kevin Durant, and then Jonathan Isaac. And then Miles Turner will be our starting center, which I'm okay with. We have Landry Shamet and Gary Harris's money and Alan Flanagan. So we need a point guard. Point guard is the biggest goal here. So what point guard could we find that might be available for somebody who just kind of can contribute the ball a little bit? Just help us out. Lonzo Ball is immediately someone I think of. I do like the idea of Lonzo Ball in Phoenix, to be honest with you. That's kind of an idea. Jamal Murray, Brogdon, of course, Fred VanVleet. If we can find a way to get Fred VanVleet from Toronto, yeah, I would definitely do that. I don't know how willing Toronto. Wait, I mean, we don't have a first round pick to give up though, so we got to be very careful with who we go for. Drew Holiday, but I do like the idea of Fred VanVleet. I also love the idea of Lonzo. Like I said, getting Lonzo is gonna be tough. Maybe Fred VanVleet would be a little bit more doable. So Fred VanVleet for Gary Harris's contract, and then Flanagan, and we have to include a little bit more money. Little Landry Shamet, and then I don't think we can even trade a first. So I'll trade like a couple seconds. This is probably not going to go through. And then, yeah, they don't agree with that. So that's a terrible trade. Okay, so maybe I just throw these 2 together and just see if we can get anything good out of it. Because right now, starting point guard spot is kind of poverty. So 23 million combined. Maybe just walk away with like 2 good role players, and that's fine. Saving Lee, Chris Boucher, and Kim Birch from Toronto. We trade a second round pick. That might be the best thing to do. Just kind of walk away with some, good players. Sure, why not? We'll go ahead and do this trade. We're just going to get some role players out of it. So Cameron Payne right now is our starting point guard. We get Chris Boucher and Kim Birch to be kind of some front court depth. So I'm feeling pretty decent about that. Point guards we could sign. Dennis Schroeder might have to be our best option, to be honest with you. So Dennis Schroeder, you're going to be my starting point guard probably, to be honest with you. So, and then Miles Turner I do need back. So Miles Turner, welcome back to Phoenix. And then Dennis Schroeder's probably going to be our starting point guard this year, which is quite unfortunate. If we can get Jay Crowder back, I'll sign him back as well. Sarge and Jay Crowder, well, we just traded for some front court depth, but maybe we can move like Sarge to small forward. And then Jay Crowder's probably going to go down. So we'll move Sarge to like small forward or something and kind of have him here, something like that. And then guards, we got Edmund Summer. Well, what do we got? So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10-ish. So yeah, I mean, we're kind of rolling with what we got. So Schroeder's probably going to be our starting point guard, or Cameron Payne. So we got rid of Chris Paul and added Jonathan Isaac instead. Got some front court depth. So I'm not really sure how to feel about this roster. I just know we didn't make the playoffs year number 1. So I thought this was going to be relatively easy, and it's just not. It's the total opposite. So I should probably sign Jay Crowder back as well. And then what we could do is we could maybe have like a trade at the trade deadline lined up to where we could get like a point guard, maybe, hopefully. We'll see if that would be the case. So going to player progression to see how badly it's going to treat us. It's probably going to be pretty bad. So we got, all right, Devin Booker going down 1. Kevin Durant's at 95 still. Miles Turner, Jonathan Isaac. So, you know, we got a good defensive front court. Jay Crowder and Schroeder are both down in overall. We can wait like 60 days and maybe make another trade. Okay, so if I stopped right here, we could technically make another trade. So that's what I think I might do before we head into the season. So it's been 60 days. Don't give me the season yet. Okay, so I want to see if I can still find a point guard, because as much as I like what we have, I definitely still think we're better off having like a starting point guard here. So team intel for a point guard. Obviously, every team is going to be like buying, so it's not going to be easy to get that point guard right now. But How much salary can I make up anyway right now? So I could have like, I don't want to throw Boucher in a trade. I actually like him. Kim Birch I like. So we could have like Saric, maybe like Cameron Payne in a trade, and then we could have, or Schroeder, either way. I mean, then like, yeah, so we can't make up that much money. Let's see if I can find a point guard that makes sense. If not, we'll just simulate the season as is, and we'll have to hope that's good enough. So I'm trying to get DeAnthony Melton for the Philadelphia 76ers, because at the very least, he would just be a better overall and point guard. So we're going to offer this. They do not agree. So I'm going to try and make this work, though, because I do want a point guard. So I'm going to offer, I guess, do we offer Kevin? Well, Schroeder we just signed, but I'm still okay with just offering him up. So I don't know. Okay, let's see if they would accept this. They do not agree. I'll throw every second round pick if I have to. There we go. So get DeAnthony Melton on the roster. So now we can kind of look at our roster now that that trade is solved. So DeAnthony Melton wasn't really the point guard I was looking for, but I will take it. So proficiency, if we look at it, we are a 4-star pace and space. Could we be 4.5? Still no balance. So I'm going to move this to a balance system because pace and space did not work out. So I'm going to see if balance will change anything for this next season, because like I said, it was a very, very disappointing year, number one. So obviously, not making the playoffs again is just not acceptable at this point. We obviously need to be in the postseason. So they still want to start Cameron Payne, which I don't agree with. I want to start DeAnthony Melton. So I'm going to move Cameron Payne to the bench. And the way you could do that, that way the 2K algorithm isn't all messed up, we're going to have Cameron Payne as non-starter, which I do like Cameron Payne and all, but I just don't really want to be the starting point guard. So DeAnthony Melton is not like the dream point guard that I wanted, but he'll be decent enough. And now they want to start Elfrid Payton. Is DeAnthony Melton listed at shooting guard or something? Like, what is the what is their problem with DeAnthony Melton? He is listed at point guard. So don't know why that is the case. I'm going to literally release Elfrid Payton because I don't even want him on the damn roster. I want my point guard to start, and that's that. So give me DeAnthony Melton as a starting point guard, and they still don't even want to start. What does DeAnthony Melton do to you, man? I'm going to put DeAnthony Melton out here, and you're going to like it, okay? There we go. So I'll have him move Flanagan all the way out of the rotation. So, all right. So we got DeAnthony Melton getting 31 minutes. That's fine. Jonathan Isaac, let's give him 30. Miles Turner, 30. And then Kim Birch, 25. I like that. And then Jay Crowder, give like, let's say 12. And then Cameron Payne, something like that. There we go. I'm cool with that. So this is what our rotation is going to look like. DeAnthony Melton, Devin Booker, KD, Jonathan Isaac, Miles Turner, Chris Boucher, Kim Birch, Cameron Payne, and Jay Crowder. So this team needs to make the playoffs. We're 4.5 balanced with DeAnthony Melton joining the roster. I don't know why it took so long for him to be part of the rotation. Regardless, though, let's get it. Let's go make the playoffs year number 2. We did not make it year number 1, so hopefully this year we actually make it, because if not, we'll be very upset. So at the end of the season, Luka Doncic wins MVP again. You got Scooter winning Rookie of the Year for Brooklyn. So Brooklyn walked away with Scooter Henderson out of that draft. So yeah, they have to feel pretty good. Now they have a star player pretty much next to what they got going on over there. So 6-man Drummond, Giannis Offensive Player, Paulo Banchero Most Improved, and Nate McMillan Coach of the Year. Christian Bartlett is your executive. All-NBA first team, you got Luka, LaMelo, Giannis, Jason Tatum, Jokic. All-NBA second team, you got Kevin Durant making it, which is a W. This time it's deserved because we actually made the damn playoffs. Surprise, surprise. Could not believe we didn't make it. And then Jonathan Isaac, all defense first team. Love that. So we are the second seed in the West. And then Brooklyn did not make the playoffs, which is surprising because I thought Brooklyn had some good things going on over there. But no, they didn't even make the playoffs. So player stats, we had 27 from Kevin Durant, 27 from Devin Booker, 13 from DeAnthony Melton as our starting point guard. Obviously not really the dream starting point guard, but it's solid enough that I think it works. 12 from Miles Turner, 10 from Chris Boucher, 9 from Cameron Payne, 9 from Jonathan Isaac, 5 from Kim Birch, 4 from Jay Crowder, and then 2 from Alan Flanagan. So here we go. Let's see what we get to play in round 1, as we're probably going to get the Grizzlies, I bet. Let's see if that is the case. No, we get Denver. So Denver is going to be the team we play in round 1. So Denver has Jamal, Christian Brown, Bruce Brown, Aaron Gordon, Nikola Jokic, Michael Porter, Christian Wood, Bones Highland, Zeke Naji, and Isaiah Hartenstein. So they definitely have a pretty good roster over in Denver. But obviously, we got here for the first time in this video. We did not make the playoffs year number 1, so we're hoping to go far. Game 2 up 2-0. Game 3, they even it out, or they win, and now we're up 3-1, and we beat them in 5. I'm really hoping to play the Warriors here, low key, but I'm sure it's gonna be the Thunder. So the Warriors did push them to 7, but we get the Thunder. So yeah, I kind of wanted to play the Warriors to have like a Steph Curry versus Kevin Durant series, but unfortunately we don't get that. We got Portland beating Dallas, Minnesota beating Sacramento. So again, Portland and Minnesota would be so interesting because Portland is so undersized right now and Minnesota is just like oversized. I don't know how well that would work, but regardless, get the Thunder. So Kevin Durant's former team, Thunder, got Jeremy Grant. They also have Chet, obviously, Trey Mann, Pokuševski, Josh Giddey, Lou Dort, and Shea. Game 1, we're up 1-0, start things off. Beat them by 34. Isn't it amazing as soon as we trade Chris Paul away, we just like have better success. I don't know what it is, man. Does Chris Paul, is he just hated in 2K as well? Is that what it is? I know some people don't like him in real life as well. But regardless, game 2, 2-0. So far so good. 2-1. Let's not let them even it up. We do go up 3-1, and we beat them in 5. So let's go. We're in the Western Conference Finals. We get to play the Timberwolves, who almost got upset by Portland. We get Minnesota. So obviously Minnesota made that crazy trade. I thought about trading for D'Lo. Kind of glad I didn't. D'Anthony Melton's a better overall, and he's just better in general. Just kidding. I don't know about better in real life, but regardless, does not matter. This is our starting 5. This is their starting 5. So at least we have some like defensive players in our front court to kind of like match up decently well against like Cat and Gobert. Like Jonathan Isaac definitely can play some defense on Cat, which is nice. So game 1, we're down 1-0. We lose by 29. Sucks. But game 2, we're down 2-0. Lose by 1 again. We even it up here, right? No, we're down 3-1. So even after all that, we're gonna make it to the Western Conference Finals, and we are going to lose to the Timberwolves, which sucks. They want to start. I don't know why they have. You know what? Whatever. I'll listen to 2K's stupid rotation, and we'll see if that makes a difference. So they want to start Flanagan. They have like they literally just have a vendetta against the Anthony Melton starting. So let's see, can we come back in the series? It looks like we're donezo here, unless if we come back at the end and we do lose in the Western Conference Finals to the Timberwolves. So wow, did Cat drop 50 on us in that game? Is that what I saw? Oh, Edwards did 51 from Anthony Edwards. That man's a superstar in the making. So far this has been a disaster. We got to the Western Conference Finals. We'll take that, but we're looking to get to the finals, man. So draft lottery time. We're not gonna have our pick this year. Obviously, Grizzlies have #1, which is kind of scary to think about. We're gonna run this season or run this back one more time, unless Kevin Durant retired on us, which I'm hoping he didn't. I don't think he did, so that's good. So let's go staff signing. Monty Williams, I don't want to fire him. Obviously, he's a great coach in real life, so I don't really see the point of like firing him or anything like that. So Christie, I can bring in, and then Wing Whisperer if I could just find one real quick. And then honestly, I don't know how much I'll change the roster. I really like what we have going on right now. Maybe I make an upgrade somewhere on the bench, but on draft night, we don't even probably have our first round pick, to be honest with you. We do not. We do. We have the 27th overall pick. So on draft night, could get creative here. So Devin Booker or Kevin Durant's making $51 million per year. Boucher in 27. What does that get us? I'm just curious. Schroeder and Sarge, Garrison Matthews, anything good? Lonnie Walker, that's interesting. But TJ Warren at 30, Zeke Naji at 23. We trade 2 first round picks to pull that off, though. I mean, at this point, we're kind of desperate, right? Jayshawn Tate in a first, Gary Payton from the Blazers. I kind of like the idea of getting Zeke Naji because I feel like he's going to make our depth really good. So you know what? I'm making this trade on draft night, and I'm getting Zeke Naji as a bench piece. So rookie signing, none. Player options, Flanagan will be back. Hopefully he goes up to like a 77. If not, might trade him. Free agency, though. Is D-Book a free agent? No, he shouldn't be. He got extended. So I do want D'Anthony Melton back, honestly, as our point guard. So I'm going to sign D'Anthony Melton back, and that's going to be great. So you have D'Anthony Melton back, and then we're going to have to see what else we can do. So D'Anthony Melton starting point guard. You got Devin Booker, Flanagan, Kevin Durant, Zeke Naji, Jonathan Isaac, Miles Turner. So we need a backup in a lot of positions. So let's see what we can get out here. So Buddy Hield, you got Harrison Barnes, you got Cameron Johnson. Yo, we can bring Cameron Johnson back to Phoenix. Sign me up for that. And then anything else we can get? Luke Kennard on a minimum. That's not too bad. Kim Birch, I'll probably bring back as well. And then Luke Kennard, sign me up for that. And then probably just bring back Cameron Payne. And then we call it good. So we're going to run this season one more time with these new additions. Or I guess same additions, but just kind of different. So, all right. Full rotation. Cameron Payne, D'Anthony Melton. You got Devin Booker, Luke Kennard, Kevin Durant, Zeke Naji, Cameron Johnson. And then, yeah. So we're going to move probably Cameron Johnson to a small forward, though. He does go down, which is fine. Player progression. Take a real quick look. Maybe Flanagan develops like crazy. We can run it back a third season. And we got Kevin Durant going down. And then Flanagan is up to a 75. So nothing like crazy movement. But D'Anthony Melton's an 81. I'm going to assume they're going to want to start Jonathan. Or they're still not going to want to start D'Anthony Melton for some reason. I don't know why they have such a vendetta against him. Not sure why. But I do like him as my starting point guard. They want to start like, what is this? Moutier over Melton? Why does that make any sense? That doesn't make any sense. So I don't get it. I'm going to I'm going to do this until they can't. I don't know. Wait, do I? Yeah, let's just do this. I should have done this a long time ago. Wait, can I force starter for D'Anthony Melton? Because I'm sick of them not wanting to start him. So what is it? Force non-starter on. Oh, that's what's. Oh, you know why that is the case. I turned it off. That is my fault. Okay, so I turned it off for the 76ers. That way, James Harden wouldn't be 6-man anymore. That makes a lot more sense. So I've been fighting. Wow, that's kind of funny. So D'Anthony Melton is our starting point guard now. So that was my fault at the end of the day. But regardless, we're going to summate this season the way it looks right now. And we are going to see if season number 3 is our good luck charm. 3rd time's a charm, right? Let's see what happens. So in this final season, we finally are the top the Western Conference as the 1st seed. I don't know if that's a good thing, because if you saw the last video, I was the 1st seed feeling on top of the world, and then we just got beat by the Lakers in 6. It was terrible. So hoping that is not the case today. If it is, I'm walking out again. I'm telling you right now. Kevin Durant 31, Devin Booker with 30. It's been so long since I've won a championship. I feel like it feels like it's been a long time. So I'm hoping today things change. But 30 and 30 from Kevin Durant and Devin Booker. This is our last chance. I'm not going another season. So let's get it. We get the Thunder in round 1. We just beat them last year. So let's make sure we do that again. Somebody current round against Bro, I am so sick of this damn game. How are the AFCs this damn powerful in 2K? I don't get it. I'm literally out if we lose. I am so done with this game. Holy moly. Why do I lose to AFCs all the time? I swear it's only me. All right. Come on, man. We've won 2 in a row. Get me out of here. Get me out of the 1st round. I did not come here to lose to an 8th seed. Every freaking time Please, 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 bro. Oh my God, I hate this damn game. Why do I always lose to 8th seeds, bro? I just can't with this game, bro. I literally said that we lost in the last one in 6. You can't make this up. You just can't. You can't make it up. You can't make this stuff up. And I'm done. I'm not going another season. I don't care. Cavaliers win a championship. You cannot make this up, bro. I lose to an 8th seed every freaking time. I did it in the last video, and now I'm doing it again. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And anyway, this was a fun one until 2K decided. I thought we had a championship in our bag this year, man. We had 2 guys averaging 30, and we lose to an 8th seed, man. It happens too much, bro. 2K23 needs to be fixed with that. 8th seeds should not be that powerful. It's insane, man. Regardless, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Drop a like if you did. This is just a traditional Crushables inning here, so why am I surprised? But I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.